My name is Jon Rosenberg. My industry is commercial real estate. So we handle really, it's a couple different dynamics. One is commercial real estate as in buildings. That's what people know. Office buildings, retail buildings, industrial buildings, apartment buildings, and medical buildings. And we have another company as well where we do property management. So also managing those same types of properties throughout really Metro Phoenix. But really what we do with those buildings is we sell them. We lease them. We work with the tenants. We work with the buyers. We work with the landlords, and we work with the sellers of all of those properties. And then, of course, property management manages those buildings. What drew me to the industry was a little bit by accident. I was a finance major when I was at U of A back, which was not called Eller then, but it's Eller today. During one of the off years in between, I think my sophomore and junior year, I spoke to a counselor and he said, you could also be a double major. Back then they had real estate as a major. So he said, you just need to take a few more classes, spend the summer. So I did that, ended up taking a few classes over the summer. I had a real estate major. I ended up the next semester interning with CBRE, which is now CBRE. Back then it was called something different, but down in Tucson, or interned with a firm called Tucson Realty and Trust, which is still there today, then as a commercial intern. So that's kind of long about how I did it. And then my senior year, I took a real estate course, loved it, and found out at the end of the course that I could actually get my real estate license, which was really cool. So I got my real estate license when I was still at U of A, moved back to Phoenix. I was actually supposed to move to California for a job in the finance industry. I had a few months to kill. I found an opportunity. They needed somebody, a startup position, who had a real estate license. So the first thing I'm going to tell everybody is get your real estate license as quickly as you can. It's good to have if you want to get into this industry. I ended up getting hired, and kind of the rest was history for me. I enjoyed it right away. The types of people that do well, if you're aggressive, not in a bad way, but aggressive in a good way. If your athletes do really well in this industry, we have a lot of former athletes that work here because they're team players, they're coachable, they're driven, competitive, and really you have to be able to handle rejection. I did not have an accounting degree, I had a finance degree. So you really had to learn a lot about, there's some financial real estate courses and things like that. So I had to learn why numbers are the way they are, because most real estate, if you look at it, are investment for somebody. So somebody that owns a building is typically an investor. So if they're an investor, they're looking at returns on their investment. Really having a finance degree helped me in being able to understand what all of that meant, what the different types of formulas were, how to understand them. So not just in getting my license, because you have to understand that when you do it, there's a finance portion of getting your real estate license. Over the years, being able to explain to clients how the numbers work, me understanding how the numbers work, me being able to put together cash flows and things like that. So it's much more tied than people realize on the commercial end. We actually just had someone that just started, who just graduated U of A, and he was here as an intern, and we hired him following that, and he just moved up here to Phoenix and is now working for us. So internships are really, really important. We have several people here that started out as interns. There's several people that have been interns that decide this is not an industry that they want, or maybe it's not the right fit. If you can get in with any of those, you're going to learn a lot about the industry. You're going to learn a lot about what it takes. You're going to get a feel for the culture and the people that are in it. I mentioned getting your real estate license. That's obviously something that I would highly recommend looking into, at least being ready or prepared for it. It just gets you one step closer. When you graduate, you're actually used to studying when you're in college, so you may as well study for one more test. Why not? That's the pass-fail test. So if you fail, you actually get to take it again. So it's a great thing. I'm big on listening to podcasts. I'm big on reading a lot of books on the industry. The other thing I would also be doing is if you're looking to get into an industry such as this, when you're driving around Tucson or in your home, wherever you're from, look around, instead of focusing on, well, hopefully you're not texting, but look around and see what's going on in the neighborhood, see what signs are in front of buildings, see what buildings are there. Just start to understand the different types of buildings. So those are really things that I always recommend to our younger, newer agents here, just to really be more aware of the industry and the surroundings. I know U of A has a commercial real estate club. I'm aware of some people that have belonged to that. I know that that's been good, and they get to meet other people in the industry. Your network now is great, not only through U of A, but through LinkedIn, things like that. I strongly recommend looking to see what companies are hiring for internships. I can't express enough the importance of an internship. Again, I really can't express enough the importance of understanding what's out there and when driving around. So when you see signs, you all of a sudden say, oh, there's a commercial real estate company, or you understand who the different players are. And I think it's important to understand that as well. Tucson has a different group than, say, Phoenix. Some are the same. Some are national companies with local offices. There's local firms like us that are just Phoenix. It's being aware, it's asking. If you're not aggressive enough to go get an internship or to try to reach out to somebody, then that's really something you're going to have to learn to change if you want to get into an industry such as this one. Being a Wildcat, it's like this doors open, more so when you say, when something says U of A. It's really interesting. I mean, even I was just in San Diego and there's people wearing their U of A caps and things like that. It really opens a lot of doors. Really indirectly, it's helped me nonstop with people that just relationships, and you have relationships and you shouldn't lose those relationships. And I maintained a lot of those post graduation. The U of A people that I've met, there's alumni events. It's just been great. And then going back to really getting internship and mentorship programs that they had at U of A. There's so many different ways, but just really embrace it and stay involved in everything that U of A has to offer.